I want to talk money.
Yeah. I don't have a lot of it. I started, making kind of a breakdown of like, all right, this is what it's going to cost for this, and this. So in order to make that happen, I'm going to have to sell everything I own. So that's exactly what I did.
Those who have raced or even just worked on the Dakar always get the question, how much does it cost to do the race? It's a really hard question to answer because one, there's lots of ways to do a Dakar. You've got self-supported amateurs in the Malimoto class and legends of car racing in the T1 car class. And two, it's such a long, complex event that the little things just keep adding up, like the entry fee for bikes, which starts at 15,700 euros. Let's talk about that. Why is it so expensive to enter a race where you probably sleep in a tent? One way to answer this is by asking a different question. What needs to be done to allow 286 motor vehicles to spend 2 weeks driving 150 kilometers an hour or more over uncontrolled, publicly accessible off-road terrain safely and legally? The answer, rather obviously, is lots. There's 563 people paying entry fees to race. There's about 1,800 people there to support them. Now, that includes mechanics and crews for whom race teams also pay a price per person, but almost everyone else is an employee. They've been working all year to negotiate permits, establish racetracks, organize start and finish crews, and plan the bivouac, the moving city that is built up and torn down every day. Interesting fact, there's actually 2 bivouacs and they leapfrog each other. One gets set up while the other gets torn down. But let's get back to the question. What do you have to save or spend to do a Dakar? Skyler Howes is an American that's semi-pro. He's got a real job and is mostly paying his own way to be here, but he's not doing it cheap. Skyler's got some answers, so listen up and start saving.
So if you're wondering what it costs for a privateer to do Dakar, I got it right here. Let's do some math. These are real costs right out of my budget. I'll just read them off. The entry fee costs about 15,700 euros. A hefty price if you consider it just the entry fee just to even get.
What does your entry fee include?
The entry fee includes entrance into the bivouac, this little handy-dandy wristband here, which gets you like food and, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Bike rental fee. That bike right behind me is not mine. I rented it. And the cost to rent that bike is 11,500 euros. And at the end, I don't even get to keep it. It goes straight back to Boss Dakar. Speaking of Boss Dakar, their service fee, you see that mechanic right there who's working on everything? The service fee for this costs 26,500 euros.
2 weeks.
For 2 weeks, but it's well worth it and it's not Malimoto style where I got to work on my own stuff. I got a super good mechanic that's going to prep my bike after the end of every day, which is legit. The tire budget is 7,000 euros. You have tires, mousses, you got your front tires, your rear tires, your front and rear mousses. Then you got all your spare parts, about 3,000 euros. Rough cost, this is costing me somewhere in the range of about 80 to 90,000 euros. It's a hefty price to pay for to come out here and beat yourself up at Dakar, but at the end of the day, I think it's worth it. So in order to make that happen, I'm gonna have to sell everything I own. So that's exactly what I did. When I go home, I have a mountain bike and my bed. And I'm not even joking, everything else I own is sold. Every bike, everything. The first rally bike I ever had from Peru, it's like my prized possession. I wouldn't be able to be here unless I sold it. I had to sell that. I sold all my bikes. I have nothing to ride when I even get home besides a mountain bike. Mountain bike? Yeah. Yeah, it's tough work. Got to go to work, in the daytime, and then.
All right, man. Thanks for all the insight, and don't forget to change the oil on that mountain bike.
Yeah, I've been pedaling a lot. Thanks.
From the money tree, fall on me. Life's a lottery. Oh, oh.
I get to ride, you know, most of the time if I'm training and all that kind of stuff. But for the most part, it's I'm on a budget all the time, so I can save up and try to come to Dakar.